But basically, I want to hop on here. The U.S. Senate, they just voted 365 to 65 votes for TikTok to either sell their U.S. assets or they being bliggity block. Yo, that's crazy, man. I have been making content throughout the last couple of years about why the U.S. was even considering blocking TikTok, but you know, back with my background doing cybersecurity when I was on active duty in the Air Force, right? I understand why the U.S. was considering blocking them. So it still has to go through the Senate, right? So it's just one of a few more steps, right? But simple version, got to go to the Senate. They got to go through their process before the president signs into law, right? But what's interesting, a couple of things from one of the articles I read, I believe it was Reuters, the Reuters report, it was saying that the CEO of TikTok is trying to say that the U.S. government is trying to infringe on the citizens' right to free speech, which I find it ironic because ByteDance is the company that owns TikTok, and they don't even have freedom of speech. So I found that kind of ironic that the CEO of ByteDance tried to use that to speak out against the U.S. making that vote, right? So that's pretty interesting. And then also too, that article was saying that the representatives, the amount of phone calls they were getting from teenagers to not vote and pass this bill was more than the calls they get for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip. That's crazy. It's kind of sad too, because it kind of shows what the priorities are here with our youth here. They care more about not blocking TikTok than some of the stuff going on out there in the Middle East. But I don't know. But again, it's still gonna take a few more steps for the bill to actually be passed. But it's making a statement, man. I would probably say the intelligence community here is pretty happy about that vote. I just find it pretty fascinating. Like, again, I understand why the U.S. even considered doing that, and it's on and cracking, man. TikTok might be blocked, but what does that mean just in overall business, right? So I think YouTube is been positioning themselves to get ready for this, right? Hence I'm able to live stream with you right now. And then I think it's really going to be a toss-up between Instagram, Facebook, X, right? Which Instagram and Facebook, that's all Meta, right? YouTube is in the game, X. So it's going to be between those three, I believe, that's going to split up that market share, right? But anyway, definitely a hell of a move for cybersecurity. The government they've been having a lot of special interest in cybersecurity right now, which anyone watching this, if you're thinking about getting into cybersecurity, I think now is the time, man. And I would also say consider cybersecurity positions with the U.S. government, because we arming up, man. We gotta plus up our cyber warriors, man, to protect our data, to be real, which is driving this whole thing to begin with anyway, man. I remember a long time ago, I remember reading something when I was still on active duty that was saying that the battlefield of the future is cyberspace, right? So I think this vote 365 to 65 for TikTok to divest, i.e. sell their U.S. assets or be blocked, is kind of speaks to how important cybersecurity is and how it will just keep growing as far as being a priority. So stay tapped in, man. I go by the Tech Von Go, right? I commentate on tech and cybersecurity news, and I also give tips and tricks on how to get into the tech and cybersecurity game. So stay tapped in, click the like button, subscribe button, stay tapped in with your boy, and I'll check in with you later.